Hey Footy fans, the round 22 recap, let's get into it. The Pies beating the Cats on Friday night, 109 to 101. Look, the Cats started well in this game. Darcy Moore went down with injury with a hamstring, so he'll miss the rest of the home and away season. And Jordan De Go was sore throughout this match, so I was thinking, gee, the Cats are a chance if they can keep up this intensity that they had in the first quarter. But the Pies, too good in the end. They pull off another comeback and get the job done. On Saturday, the Roos lost to the Bombers 77-86. Look, despite the loss, it takes nothing away from a great man in Ben Cunnington. What a career. In this game, he played at his best, that's for sure. It was the Ben Cunnington we've seen throughout all his career. 24 disposals, 2 goals, 10 clearances, a ball magnet, a tough player, a loyal leader for the shin boners, and just this game, look, it was a bit emotional sending him off because he's given so much to this club and this team, especially leading a few of the youngsters and showing them the way in that midfield. All the best Cunners in the future and enjoy retirement, what can I say? The Swans beating the Suns 114 to 90. The Swans too good, they're still alive for the 8, and John Longmire and his team. A definite chance to scrape through in the 8 if they can do a bit of work in the last couple of weeks and lock their spot in. The Lions beat the Crows 99 to 93. Big win for the Lions, holding on, now going into second spot on the ladder. For the Crows, on the other hand, they've got a bit of work to do if they're any chance of playing finals. The Blues beat the Demons 60 to 56. Look, a lot of controversy late in this game with Christian Petrarca's shot on goal, whether it was touched or not. It went to the umpire's call, which was touched behind. I thought it was a goal. I went the early crow, I'm not going to lie, and I was getting a bit excited. And then when they said umpire's call, well, obviously, it got me straight back, I guess, and I lost my tip. But whether it was touched or not, it's in the history books now, and Carlton win, and Carlton make it 8 wins in a row. Massive achievement for their team, and their fans are absolutely loving it. But what I took out of that game, and I took to social media straight away, Isaac's Recap on Instagram and Facebook, if you want to chuck me a follow if you haven't already. The AFL have to seriously have a look at their technology and their review system. And I would probably invest in better camera angles. I would want to see a camera, giving them a front-on view behind the goals and also a bird's-eye view. Because if that's the best that the AFL have got, in a high-stakes game like a prelim or a grand final even, that's not good enough. And they definitely have to do something about it before season 2024. Which is right around the corner. We've only got 2 regular season games left for 2023 and then bring on the finals. The Eagles lost to the Fremantle Dockers 33 to 134. The Eagles actually led early on in this game, but Freo then absolutely pumped them throughout the rest of the match, and a huge win in the Western Derby for the Dockers. Lockie Schultz getting the Derby medal, and great performance by him and Freo as a whole. On Sunday, the Hawks beat the Dogs 67 to 64. Tim English got the kicking duties late in the game. He didn't know what he was doing. And watching this game, you thought, what is happening? Like, for Luke Beveridge to, I don't know if he ordered that or the team just went with it, but Tim English as a ruckman, as a player of his height and size, just don't do it. He looked confused, and it definitely cost them the game and a late chance in the last minute or so. The Hawks causing a lot of trouble for these teams trying to stay in the 8 and push into the 8. So the Hawks are just loving football to end the season, that's for sure. The Saints beat the Tigers 93 to 57. Maddie's game, an emotional game for the Rewald family. The Tigers just poor at marble. They couldn't get the job done. And the Saints, a good win moving into 6th spot. Speaking of the Rewald family, Jack Rewald announcing his retirement today. Look, Jack Rewalt, where do you start with a man like him? 346 games currently. He'll hang up the boots at the end of the season. 3-time All-Australian. He's had a few Coleman medals, a 3-time premiership player, a bunch of other stats behind him. Just an iconic player, leader, and veteran of the Richmond Tigers. His marking ability, his footy IQ, and just that cheekiness on and off the field, absolutely loved it from Jack Riewoldt. Definitely has left his mark on the game, and it's been a massive positive from him throughout his whole career. Port Adelaide beat the Giants 136-85. Port back on the winners list, and back on the winners list in a nice way, I have to say. And we will stick with Port Adelaide as we head into Isaac's GMP of the round, my goal mark and player of the round. Port Adelaide, great news. Ken Hinkley signing a contract extension, a 2-year contract extension for the Power. So great news there. And another great thing which happened throughout last round and in their game was my goal of the round for Sam Powell-Pepper. Willie Rioli, a nice little handball to Powell-Pepper. He arced the back on the run, hit it perfectly. It was just so smooth, so classy. He was determined, focused, and what a player he is. I've mentioned it probably a million times before. One of my favourite players in the competition. I'll tell you what, folks, if I could get Sam Powell-Pepper's boots, I would absolutely love it. So hopefully in a game next season, because Port don't have any Victorian games left for this season, unless, finals happen, etc. Mark of the round. There were a couple to choose from for the mark of the round. Isaiah Pickett and a couple others, but I went with Shai Bolton from the Richmond Tigers. A nice grab over Mason Wood. He positioned himself well. Just good hands there by Shai Bolton, and a nice grab despite the loss against the Saints. My player of the round, it was pretty simple for me. I watched this game. I thought, who was the ball magnet for Hawthorn? Who really provided a huge spark? Who was always there? And it was John Newcomb. 40 disposals, 1 goal, 4 tackles, 5 clearances, 12 marks, 4 inside 50s. He had 10 score involvements, 499 metres gained, and 85% on his disposal efficiency. A young rock for this team, alongside Will Day, providing the ball for a youngster up front like Mitch Lewis. Hawthorn are on the rise, folks. They've got that young talent. They're playing some great football late in this season. And their coach in Sam Mitchell, just how he leads this team. You've also got the experience of James Sicily at the back, the captain, doing his role to perfection. The Hawks are playing some really good football, and I'm loving their youth, especially in that midfield, especially from a player like Joe Newcomb. So well done to the Hawthorn Football Club. Round 23 starts on Friday night. The Pies and the Lions at Marvel Stadium. I'm tipping the Pies, and I'll tip them by 19 points. Got a lot for you. Recap, and you want to see more of my content, remember to hit that thumbs up, like, comment, and hit that red button down there that says subscribe. Much appreciated. For more content, follow me on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page.